Just ask anyone who knows me. I am a huge animal lover. When I was 11 years old, I rescued a kitten that some neighborhood children were abusing. From that time forward, I knew I would always have to share my home with a fur baby. In my adult life, I've always had at least two fur babies, two kitties, living with me at one time. I have two now, Binks and Cosmo. I'm 58 now. That means I've had to say goodbye to many fur babies along the way. If you've lost a pet, you know how overwhelming the pain can be. In this video, I'm going to give you tips to help you through the heartbreak. Hello friends, I'm Wendy Rapp, spiritual life coach and intuitive reader. On this channel, I help you as a spiritually awakened person grow and evolve on your soul's journey. When someone you love dies, it's only natural to grieve, and it's no different when it's a pet. Whether your pet had fins, feathers, fur, scales, they provided you with companionship, emotional support, acceptance, and unconditional love. And oftentimes we feel overwhelmed with the grief that we're dealing with when we lose a pet. We also feel alone sometimes in our grief. So here are a few tips to help you get through that difficult time. The first is to allow yourself to grieve. Grief is a natural process anytime we experience the loss of a loved one. Don't bottle it up. Grief can't be ranked. Now, I have lost people that I've loved dearly and my fur babies. And I will tell you, I miss them differently, but I miss them equally. So allow yourself, give yourself permission to grieve, and understand that the grieving process is a process. It takes time. Allow yourself that time to grieve. And don't feel you need to go through this alone. Reach out to friends who are supportive of what you're going through. You may also want to join a pet bereavement group. They even have them online. Facebook has one that I'm a member of. It's called Coal and Marmalade, Pause on Your Heart. It started out as a bereavement group for people who've lost cats, but people post pictures and stories of their ferrets and their hamsters and their lizards and their birds and their dogs, and the group and the community is very supportive of one another. So don't be afraid to reach out to people who you think would be supportive of you. Another good way of dealing with your grief is to journal or write about it. Maybe you could write a poem about your pet or stories about your pet so you can remember and look back on those stories. Another thing that you might want to do is create a video montage of your pet that would be helpful for you. Another good way of handling your grief is to create a memorial. Create a ceremony for the passing of your pet. Now, we do this for people when we want to honor the lives that we shared with them and the love that we had for the people who've passed. It's no different for your pets. I've done this myself. Have friends over. If you feel like doing it alone, do it alone, but create some kind of a ceremony that helps to give you closure. You might also want to create a space in your garden or a space in your home that honors the memory of that pet. It's also very common for a pet parent to feel a lot of guilt about their animal's passing. Oftentimes an animal will hide their illness. They're very good at masking their illness. It's a defense mechanism. And sometimes the pet parents don't understand just how ill their little loved one is. Even when a pet has been ill for a long time and we know that their end is coming, getting to that place where you have to make that final decision is so difficult. So it's good to talk it through with your vet. They're very good at helping to reassure you that you're making the right decision, that it is time for your little loved one to move on from this life. It helps to alleviate the guilt. And while you're dealing with your own grief, don't forget any other pets that you may have in the home. Now, even if these other pets weren't particularly fond of the one that passed, trust me, they are feeling and experiencing the loss. It may be creating some confusion for them, there's some uncertainty or anxiety, so give that little pet that's still with you lots of extra TLC. And remember, just like our human loved ones who pass on, our little fur babies are also souls, which means that they will try to come to you and comfort you after they've left their body. You may hear them walking around the house at night, or you may think you hear them barking or meowing, or you may feel them jumping up on the bed with you, or you might even see them out of the corner of your eye. Now, I've had those things happen to me. You're not imagining it. They're trying to let you know that they're okay. They're saying their final goodbyes to you. They will usually fully transition within about 30 days after their passing. Just know that they're okay, and when you feel them around you, send them lots of love. It will help them with their transition as well. Love keeps us connected to the souls of all the loved ones that we've lost from this plane. Never feel guilty about what you're feeling and experiencing when you've lost a loved one, and that includes your pets. I hope those tips were helpful for you. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I upload a new video every Sunday, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button. You can follow me on social media. The links are below in the description box. And as always, remember, you are a spark of the divine. Share your light with the world. Blessings.